And that's why 55% of shareholders are not.
Stop! I'm pretty sure you know how boring PowerPoint presentations are, and that's why I decided to turn this around. Making a playable game in PowerPoint. I want more interesting game to make than the most influential Super Mario Bros. So, here's a short story. Many developers have tried to make video games with PowerPoint. However, for the fact that this is not a game engine, they have created premature games with similar problems. Non-executable games, non-playable games, games without inputs, and pretty much almost every PowerPoint game out there is a mouse maze presentation.
And I decided to change this for good.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Balomizi. I've been making video games for like the past 5 years now. And I'm just gonna keep it real here. Life is hard. Life is so damn hard. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of chaos, and I think there's only one way to get out of this. Accepting the challenge. Doing the hard stuff. If you don't do it, what's the point of life, bro? Every day I think of one challenge making me tougher. And making Super Mario Brothers in PowerPoint was one of them. And I was like, since no one has done this before, why don't I just be the first to do this? You would never believe I haven't played Super Mario Brothers before. So, there is only one place to start the project from.
Playing the game. I used this experience to plan out how I would remake the game.
Just after planning out everything, I realized a huge problem. Pixel art. I've never ever made 2D or pixel art before, and I didn't even know where to start about this.
I have only made 3D games with models, characters, objects, and so on.
There are so many pixel art programs out there, but I decided to go the more difficult way. Microsoft Excel. And if you're not living under a rock, you would know Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program for manipulating data.
But one thing you might not know is you can select and format a group of cells and export it as a picture.
And I was like, if I can format cells to different colors,
I can go ahead and format a group of cells to give a pixel art asset and then export it to PowerPoint.
voila! Worked like a charm.
I created every single art asset in the Super Mario Bros. The clouds, mystery blocks, bushes, pipes, each tile block, Goombas, Koopa Troopa, and even Mario.
And then the game began to come to life. You can say I excelled in the art. Get it? Like Excel, Microsoft Excel, yeah, whatever.
But let's be real, look how exactly the same they look. You can't even spot a difference, bro.
I realized another major problem after making the art. We can't just play a slideshow and call it a game. It has to be playable. What's the whole point? I've wasted a lot of time working on the art and I can't play the game? What's the point?
I got to figure this out the hard way. PowerPoint is not a game engine. You cannot manipulate frames, get inputs, detect collisions, or even manipulate time.
Or can you? So I'm gonna tell you a secret. All these are possible just with 3 words. VBA.
Visual Basics for Applications. This is a coding solution for most Microsoft applications.
But as I figured you can code in PowerPoint, I was like, it is done. Nothing is stopping me anymore. I have the game assets waiting for me. I can program to do anything. Man, come on.
Finding out I could code in PowerPoint created endless possibilities. I could get user inputs, update object properties in time, move objects, detect collisions, and do what most game engines are capable of doing.
At this point, I had all hope. I just found a secret key that no one has discovered before, and I could make a full functional game in PowerPoint. Nothing could stop me at this point. I can't wait for you to see how this turned out. It was all going happily and successfully until I realized a huge problem. I spent hours and hours and hours working in this game until I figured out I couldn't export the game as an executable file.
Meaning I still have to play a presentation to play the game.
I actually gave up. Like, what's the point? I can't even share the game with people to play. So what's the point of the whole game?
It was until I stumbled across the perfect solution, a PPT to EXE solution. As the name implies, a PPT to EXE solution is a set of programs that converts a PowerPoint presentation file to an executable file.
This was literally the most beautiful solution I have ever used.
I proceeded to convert the PPT file to an EXE file and played the game. And here is the result of the hours of work. But before you see the game, be sure to subscribe and like the video. I bet you can see yourself right now on the screen waiting for the game, craving This is a sign, bro. This is a sign you have to stick around. Come on, join the gang. Subscribe, like the video. Now for the gameplay. What better way of rejoicing in this great achievement than going to the movies to see the Super Mario movie? If you haven't, you better go see it. In the end, this project taught me an important lesson about facing challenges and never giving up. When I started creating this game in PowerPoint, it felt like an impossible task. I encountered numerous obstacles along the way, but I refused to give up. I found creative solutions, learned new skills, and kept pushing forward until I finally completed the game. I've learned that challenges are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. And I encourage you to think the same way in your life. Remember, no matter what challenges you face, you have the power to overcome them. With determination, perseverance, and a little bit of creativity, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. So go out there and tackle your challenges head on. Keep pushing forward, and most importantly, never give up on your dreams. Thanks for watching, and I hope this project has inspired you to take on your own challenges with courage and determination. Love, Michael.
Smart water made a robo pee, so the real pee can keep it smartly so. Now I can be here and here at the same time.
I'll take the soup, you get the Mario.
Super Mario.